Hi everyone! Today, as part of our flower series, we are going to learn how to paint these wildflowers. Now, I've painted the background previously, and I'll put a link for that tutorial in the description below. Okay, so for this project, you're going to need paint. I'm using acrylic, but you can also use oil. I've got red, white, violet or magenta, yellow, blue, and I've also got green. And you're going to need paint brushes. Sorry, I'm trying to focus it. Focus! I've got just a bunch of little brushes, a couple longer liner brushes and really tiny liner brushes. I've got a small flat edge brush and a small angled brush. Okay, now for the stems in the grass, you're going to take a medium liner brush and you're going to paint sporadic curved lines that shoot up your painting, and you want to start thicker at the bottom and taper them off as you go up. So I'm using green as my base color, and then I'm brightening each one up with white to make it lighter. Now you can also use yellow to do this. It would just give it a nice pop of color. It's a good idea to make sure that your stems and your grass don't all come up to the same level on the painting. You want them different heights. Also, for the sake of this painting, as the stems and the grass get closer to the edges of my painting, I'm going to make them a little more sparse and a little shorter. You'll notice that I'm also making the grass and stems in the foreground a lot brighter than the ones in the background, and this will just help give you depth. Now we're going to create a wildflower that starts bulky at the bottom and tapers off to a point at the top, and we're going to do this by just putting down lots of dots in that shape with the blue. Now I'm going to pull in some violet, and I'm going to paint dots on the edge of the flower that's pointed right toward the light source, and then I'm going to do the same thing with white. Now I'm going to paint dots all over the canvas sporadically with the same colors that I just used with the flowers to help give it even more depth, and I'm going to repeat that with every single flower that I paint. Next, I'm going to add some 5-petal flowers. Very simple. I just dip my liner brush in white and magenta and just swirl each petal around till there's 5, and this will help it blend and give it its own depth and shape for each flower. Now get some white, and I'm going to do kind of star shape mini daisy wildflowers all over the painting. Then after you've sporadically placed these all over, dab a little dot of yellow in each one, and then dots all over the canvas again. Now we're going to create some bigger red wildflowers by pulling some paint on our flat tip brush, just in little oblong ovals for each petal, and some of your flowers are going to be facing you open, some you're going to see the profiles of them. Make sure you're doing different sizes and doing them all over your painting. And now I'm pulling some yellow through the base of each one of those and lifting it into the red, and I'm connecting those to the stems, making the stem thicker where it touches the flower. Now I'm bringing some yellow flowers. We're going to keep this really simple, just painting down plump round petals just like you painted and drew growing up, and then I'm adding some white in each petal, some red in the middle. I put some red along the outside and decided I didn't like it, so I covered it up with yellow again. Now, like the red, some of these yellow flowers will be open toward you and some you'll see the profile. I'm going to make some little buds with yellow also, you'll see in a second. And you just play with the paint and push the colors around. And now all these flowers that I've showed you, you could use the same technique but do the colors that you want to see. So if you wanted, blue flowers instead of yellow, or orange flowers instead of white, whatever you want, it's up to you. A cool thing about painting wildflowers like this, or however you do it, is that you can invent your own flower. We don't have to be so rigid and so worried about, precision in species of flowers. Just make whatever you want and until it brings joy to you. It can be really difficult to let go of control and lose that innate need for perfection. But let painting help you with that. Just let your hands and your wrist do what they want to do and bring the colors that you want to bring in. Don't worry about what other people think. Just do something that you love. Okay guys, we are finished with this one. Please subscribe. Don't forget to share your projects with me on my Facebook page, Her Art from the Attic. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Her Art from the Attic. And pretty please give me a thumbs up if you liked this painting so I know to make more of it. Tell me your comments below. If you have any requests, let me know. I'm happy to accommodate. If you feel so inclined to adopt a painting from me, jump on my website, herartfromtheattic.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I hope you have just a wonderful time painting. Bye!